Hello everyone. So one more problem on the Rankine cycle we shall try to discuss today. Okay. So the problem statement is given like this: a 40 megawatt steam power plant. That means he has given the net work output from the steam turbine power plant, which is 40 megawatt, working on a Rankine cycle. Operates between the boiler pressure of 4 megapascal. Just convert it to bar. So multiply by 10, it will be converted into bar. So 4 megapascal will become 40 bar, and condenser pressure of 10 kPa. That also you need to convert in terms of the bar. So 10 kPa in terms of bar is 0.1 bar. The steam leaves the boiler and enters the steam turbine at 400 degrees Celsius. That means he has given T1 to be 400 degrees Celsius, where it is 673 Kelvin. The isentropic efficiency of the steam turbine is 85%. So this is the thing. This is the new thing in this particular problem we are going to learn. So if he has given the isentropic efficiency of the steam turbine, what is isentropic efficiency? See, normally it must go from 1 to 2. Because of the irregularities in the turbine, what it will do, it will not reach the state 2, but it will reach 2 dash. Why? Just because of the inefficiency of the turbine. So that particular thing is known as the isentropic efficiency. Such type of problems you have similarly dealt with the Brayton cycle problems, where generally the compressor efficiency as well as the turbine efficiency would be given, where you'll find out the 2 dash and the 4 dash for the efficiencies which are given as compressor and turbine efficiency. So similar kind of problem which is given here. So what he has given, the isentropic efficiency of the steam turbine is 85%. That means first you have to find whatever the parameters it might be H2 or X2. You have to find H2, then you can find H2 dash by multiplying with this particular efficiency, by using this efficiency. So that is the thing which he has given extra. Next, determine. So what you have to determine: the cycle efficiency, the quality of the exhaust steam from the turbine. That means X2 dash. Now it is X2 dash, not X2. You have to find out X2 dash, and the steam flow rate in kgs per hour. Consider the pump work. So he has specified that while calculating the steam flow rate, you have to consider the pump work. So the PV and the TS diagram will be same, just the addition factor is that you are indicating the isentropic efficiency. So it will deviate, it will not go from 1 to 2, which is ideal. It will deviate a little bit to meet at 2 dash. So this is the only change in the PV and the TS diagrams. Okay, when the efficiency is given, always consider the actual values, that is for the calculations, which is 2 dash. So whatever, if the efficiency is given, it is a known fact that you have to consider the actual values by using that particular efficiency. So look into it. The cycle efficiency of this particular Rankine cycle is given as the net work output by heat supplied. Again, the net work output is equals to turbine work plus pump work divided by heat supplied. How will you calculate the turbine work? Turbine work is initial minus final. Initial is H1 minus final is not H2 here, it is H2 dash. As I said to you, if the efficiency is given, always take the dash one. So H2 dash, and the pump work is initial minus final, H3 minus H4, and the heat supplied is H1 minus H4, final minus initial. Okay, now for that all I need to calculate what is H1, H2 dash, H3 and H4 dash. All the things you have to find out. Okay. Now H1, where is my H1? H1 is in the superheated region. So if it is in the superheated region, I will get directly the value from the superheated steam tables. So that is H1 is equals to 3215.7 kilojoules per kg from superheated steam tables for this particular temperature and this particular pressure. For boiler pressure and this particular superheated temperature, the value of enthalpy is 3215.7 kilojoules per kg directly from the steam tables. Now, second thing you have to find is H2 dash. So before finding H2 dash, I need to find what is H2. Then I can use the efficiency to convert H2 into H2 dash. Okay, so H2, where is my state 2? State 2 is in the wet region. So if it is the wet region, how do I find out? Again, I have to use this particular formula which says HF plus X into HG minus HF. All the values must be at state 2. So HF at state 2. State 2 is here. What is the pressure? So 0.1 bar. At 0.1 bar, what is the value of HF? You wrote it down. At 0.1 bar, what is the value of HFG? You just note it down. and x2 we need to find out. We don't know the value of x2. Again, so follow the same procedure, use the isentropic relations. So S1 is equals to S2, right? S1 can be found out directly from the superheated steam table, that is 6.773. Okay, that would be equal to S2 naturally, because S1 is equals to S2. And now S2 is in the wet region, so it is again given by SF plus X into Sg minus SF, and SF and SFG can be found out at the pressure of 0.1 bar. You can directly take it from the steam table, and the only unknown factor would be X2, which will calculate like this. Clear? So this is your X2. So once you know the value of X2, you can calculate H2 by using this relation. So HF you know at 0.1 bar and HFG at 0.1 bar you know. Just substitute it, you will get the value of H2. Okay. Now how to find out H2 dash? Same formula. If the turbine efficiency is given as actual work divided by isentropic work, I hope you remember this. For the compressor work it is, compressor efficiency it is isentropic work by actual work. For turbine it is actual by isentropic. Actual in the sense where the dash is involved, isentropic in the sense it is ideal work where there is no dash involved. So just to substitute the things, you know the value of H1, you know the value of H2, so you know the value of efficiency of the turbine, so you can directly calculate the value of H2 dash. Next, H3. H3, where is my state 3? State 3 is in the saturated liquid line. If it is in the saturated liquid line, I need to calculate the value of HF, which is the value of H3. Okay. At what is the value of HF? So I have to look for the pressure. So the pressure is 0.1 bar. So at 0.1 bar, whatever will be the value of HF, that would be H3. Okay. So H3 is so and so from the steam table. Now H4. I told you if I want to calculate the value of H4, always I should calculate the value of pump work first. So the pump work is given by V3 into P3 minus P4 as usual. So specific volume at state 3, how will you find out? It is in the state 3 on the saturated liquid line, so it is directly VF at state 3. So look into the steam table, take the value of VF at 0.1 bar, that would be V3. So once you know the value of P3, you know P3 and P4. So the pump work would be this much. So minus 4 kilojoules per kg. So pump work is also given by H3 minus H4, correct? So H3 minus H4, initial minus final. So you know WP, substitute H3, you'll get the value of H4. So once you get the value of H1, H2 dash, H3 and H4, just calculate the values of WP, WT and QS as in similar in case of all the problems. So the efficiency of the Rankine cycle would be so and so. But the second question he has asked is the quality of the steam at exhaust. See, we have found out X2, but we did not find what is H2 dash, correct? We did not find out what is H2 dash. So for that, what you have to do, you have to find out what is H2 dash. That is the actual dryness fraction at the exhaust, turbine exhaust. So how do you find out H2 dash? H2 dash is given by HF plus X into HFG. You know the value of HF and HFG at 2 dash. 2 dash is similar to 0.1 bar, is it? So 0.1 bar in the sense, again it is HF and HFG at this 2 only. So HF and HFG you know, and H2 dash you have found out initially, substitute it. So this, whatever the value it would be, it is X2 dash. So you can calculate the X2 dash from this particular thing. Last one is the steam flow rate. So he has asked to consider the pump work also specifically. Look into the question once again. The steam flow rate in kg per hour, consider the pump work he has said. So just consider the pump work also. So pump work is minus 4 and whatever the value you will get in kg per kilowatt hour. Note, this is very important. He has given the plant capacity as 40 megawatt. If I convert megawatt into kilowatts, it is 40 into 10 to the power of 3 kilowatt. That means if I substitute kilowatt here, if I substitute this plant capacity, this kilowatt will vanish away. So what I have to do so that this kilowatt should vanish, I have to multiply this by this particular thing. So if I multiply this by this particular thing, so this will be the steam flow rate in kgs per hour. So if I want in kgs per second, what I have to do? I have to divide it by 3600. Then it will be in kgs per second. So the answer in kgs per second, considering the 40 megawatt, is 43.7 kgs per second. This problem, especially this particular problem, is very, very important since it has been repeated many times, guys. So kindly look into it because it has everything, like it has efficiency calculations, it has steam consumption calculations, everything. So this particular problem is very important. Kindly go through it carefully. So after this, try the same problem. Whatever the values which you have taken for the previous problem, just we have discussed now, same problem you try, but you change the isentropic efficiency of the turbine to be 70%. So initially it was how much? 85%. Now you do the same calculation considering the efficiency of the turbine to be 70%, and that would be your problem for the practice. Any doubts, you can contact me anytime.